Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam. Thank you for joining for today's video. I am back on YouTube trying to get myself kick-started and back scrapbooking. I have taken a couple of weeks break due to personal reasons, but I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying to find that scrappy mojo. You know, just sometimes it just goes. So I've not actually scrapbooked for quite a while. We had the Flare Hut crop at the weekend, and that really kick-started seeing so many ladies just chatting and scrapping and having a really good time. It was really special. It was a new venue, so it was a lot smaller, but it was really cozy, it was really nice, really social. And I think everybody had an absolute blast. And it also meant that I was creating. I actually made a mini book, which I will share with you soon as we finish it together. But I thought, get back into it, let's start scrapping again, because Scrappy Adam needs to scrap. So I am continuing with 30 Days of Sketches from Christie's Beautiful Life. I am obviously behind, we're on day 18, and that's okay, that's absolutely fine, because we still have 3, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14 sketches to go, and I do want to finish them. So I'm just going to do my own thing and carry on, and we're going to have a 48 days of sketches, if that's what it takes, because I want to do them all, because these lovely people created these awesome sketches and I have had a blast doing them up to day 17. So here we are, day 18. Today's sketch has been created by Nikki Rowland, who is an awesome scrapper. I love her style, and you can spot a Nikki sketch a mile off. So super excited, and it's this one here. So we've got these strips of pattern paper, we've got some stenciling, we've got photos here, some detail here, lots of stars and journaling and title, and I really love it actually. It really stood out. I am scrapbooking this photo, which is a photo of Chris, me, Mick and Tom at Breakout Manchester, which we did for Tom's 50th birthday. One of a number of things that we did, and it was so lovely just to take the day off, spend time with these chaps, and yeah, it was a lovely day. Lots going on in life for all of us, so we didn't do anything big, but it was all those little things that really made it special. And this is one of them. So I thought, let's use this photo. This video is also for Scrap Backwards. I have pulled out papers from my kit, which happened to be from Cocoa Vanilla Studio No Limits and Legendary, I think. I know this paper is No Limits, which was in my kit. So I have, obviously with not being on YouTube for a little bit, I've not been doing Scrap Backwards, so apologies to Kathy once again. But I am back and doing that. Super, super excited. So please do check out what Kathy has been up to this week. You will find her link in the description box down below. So I'm going to start by just trimming my photo a little bit, just to get rid of those edges that we don't need. I've pulled out some of these. These were not in my Scrap Backwards kit. I did actually dive into the collection and pull these out. So yes, I am cheating a little bit, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And some of this ephemera was in my Scrap Backwards kit along with this cut apart sheet, so I've just used that. And as I say, this paper is from Cocoa Vanilla Studio No Limits. It's the B-side of this cut apart. I'm not going to be adding many embellishments to this layout. It's going to be quite basic, just to edge myself back into scrapbooking slowly. But I'm scrapbooking, and that's all that matters. I have pulled in some stencils. As you know, with Scrap Backwards, we don't put stencils, ink, flare, acrylic, cut files, etc. into our kit generally. We might put the odd one that we specifically want to use, but generally we don't, purely because it's a waste of time, because we don't know what will work with what we're doing. And so I've dived into my stencils, and we've got this one, which is like a basic grid from Obed Marshall. We've got a Vicky Bootin Art Layers. We have got a, what's this? Carabel Studio Stars. A Dusty Attic. This is DA1533. Basically all those textures. And then Ciao Bella Concentric, and this one, which is a slimline layered starburst stencil from Pink Fresh Studio, and this one is really fun. So with this pack you get 3 stencils and you layer them on. So on the stencil you will see that there is a number in the top. You're not going to see it on camera, but it basically says, so we've got stencil 1, stencil 2 and stencil 3. So you're going to start with 1, then we would layer number 2, so it's going to colour half of the starburst, and then we would start with number 3 and it's going to colour the other part. So you get a really, really good effect. I love it. Don't know which ones we're going to use yet. Let's dive in and see where we go. Okay, so first things first, I have got my strips here and we are going to follow the sketch, quite literal initially. So let's get those down. If I can get the lid off this tape, that would be a helpful start. I've also got a new tape runner. It's a Sticks 2 permanent roller, and there is also refills for it. These are from Hey Little Magpie and I love them. They also work out cheaper than this. So at the minute I am seeing how long it lasts compared to this one. So let's see. But I really love the size of this. And at the crop I also got some Lindy's Magicals, which are amazing. Sarah did a layout. She actually did a layout using my photos and my scraps because she wanted to show that you can create a layout with very little paper. So all the paper on here are from my scraps, some of which were quite large, but scraps nonetheless for me. And it's just amazing. And this is Lindy's Magical. So Hey Little Magpie stock them now, and they are stunning. All that sparkle. So if you have never tried them, I would strongly advise you to. This is the Haunted Halloween set, which, as you know, I don't do much Halloween, but I love the orange, green, purple and teal. So just because it says Halloween doesn't mean that's all you can use it for. Oh. Whilst we're doing a little bit of a show and tell, I also got Vicky Boutin's stencil brush at long last. These were released along with Print Shop. I didn't actually realise they were in stock, so I did get a couple of them because I've wanted them for ages, so I'm intrigued to start using them. I don't know if we'll use them today. It's weird, I don't want to get them dirty. So yeah, I need to think about how I'm going to do it, whether I need to get 2 or 3 more and have one for like reds, oranges, yellows, greens, blues, pinks, purples, black, or whether that is a ridiculous amount of brushes. I don't know. How do you use them? Do you wash them? Do you just like do that to get it off? What do you do? And I also got a couple of Ellie's Studio bits. So these houses are amazing. I need another pack of these because I have a layout in mind where I want to use all of them. And some Halloween die cuts, which I have been eagerly awaiting. I'm a bit obsessed with Halloween at the minute, so Snapchat, here I come. Because I just don't have Halloween photos. And then some JD 3D stuff, so we've got Colours of Autumn with a couple of pumpkins. Love this. Some leaves, Autumn Memories, which is 2 words, so you can have 2 titles, like you could put Autumn, title, Memories, title, or you could add in some alphas. And then these leaves are absolutely amazing, and these have been hand drawn. The detail is out of this world good. It's amazing. There is also some Ranger texture paste, opaque matte white. And the reason why I got this is because I don't have any white texture paste. And Sarah said, if I mix a bit of the Lindy's Magicals with this, you then get some shimmery, sparkly texture paste, and you can make whatever colour you want with these. So these are like a mica powder that you add water to, and you only need the tiniest amount. And watching Sarah use them was just so inspiring because she started with like a ridiculously amount, it was tiny, and all the different colours she got just from one colour. the way that she mixed it, and that was really clever. So looking forward to using them. And then Ellie Studio stamp, because there are some leaves which are amazing. So you get the like detailed lines of the leaves and the outline. And then Good Times from Pink Fresh Studio. I just got some of the embellishments. So we got the title, ephemera, wood accents, pockets and tags, and frames. It's a collection I overlooked, but it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, back to what we were actually doing. Apologies about that. So I'm going to start by just sticking these down. And as per the sketch, it's going to go more towards the right. So half will be here. Half will be here. So let's do it about here. This is where I find that not all the paper is 12 inches. There we go. And then I have got a strip of this, which I think, yeah, it's from this. So you actually get some strips on this paper. This paper is what, £1.20, £1.50? And look at all the elements you get. So you've got some labels, word strips, borders, cut apart cards, all these word titles. You could fussy cut this. You could, it's amazing. Love Cocoa Vanilla. It's a shame they're not, apparently, or seemingly, because I've not seen one, not doing a Christmas collection this year, which is a bit sad. Hopefully they will have a new collection coming soon after Storyteller. So I think it's just been Storyteller and No Limits this year, hasn't it? I don't recall another one anyway. That's not to say that there hasn't been. I've just not seen it. Okay. So for this one, I only had a 6-inch, 8-inch piece because it's from 6x8 pad. So all I'm going to do is match it up like this and then trim it off. You're not going to tell. By the time I've stuck embellishments, photos, etc. down, you will not be able to tell. So if we do that, we grab the scissors. There we go. I also got some Cutter Bee precision fussy cutting scissors. Having tried Sarah's out, they are really good actually. And they don't have a serrated edge like the Tim Holtz ones that I've got, which are these ones. So I am looking forward to giving them a proper try with some fussy cutting. I'm not a big fussy cutting fan, but it'll be interesting to try them. Okay, let me just put that back on there. And then for our final strip, which is this multicolour strip, so it's a bit of a rainbow thing going on. We've got red, orange, yellow, blue, teal, aqua. I'm going to put that one there as the middle of it. So let's go here. If I can line it up, that is. Honestly, I just can't do anything straight. There we go. And obviously it's not a full 12 inch. Why would it be? That would be too simple, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to trim that off. I've had a little move around, so my trim is actually on my desk now, and my computer is on the other desks, just to make it more usable. So I think I nearly am ready for a craft room tour. If you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comments below. I know I did one a while back now, last year I think. I don't know whether it's time to do a new one or whether people really want to see that. So now we need to decide about our stenciling. So my photo is going to go here. I'm going to use this as a bit of a matting card, I think. Not sure because I've used that there. So we'll decide about that in a minute. Maybe we'll use that side. And then we have some cards, cut apart cards as well. So I've got this one, which I'm going to use just to bring a bit of balance to the page, just with all the colour going on. And we're going to do it something like this. Something like that. So, just had a bit of Pepsi for a moment. So I thought of this one immediately when I saw Nikki's sort of sunburst going on here. But then I did remember about the Pink Fresh Studio one. I don't think I want to use that one today. So I'm going to put that one away, and I think we're going to use this concentric stencil and this Dusty Attic stencil, maybe Ovid Marshall. So I'm going to start with the concentric and we'll see where we go. So I have got 2 stencil brushes. These have been washed, no ink on them, even though it looks like there are. I'm not going to use the Vicky Booten brushes today, purely because I just want to decide how I'm going to use them. You know what I mean when I say that. I know how to use them. Okay, let's see what ink we've got. So I'm just going to pull out my Distress Oxide inks. I need to have a proper sort of these and stick the labels on properly. Some of them are coming off like that. So this is all of my Distress Oxide. So we've got Cracked Pistachio could work, Evergreen Bough. No. Candied Apple. Has everybody seen the new Distress Oxide colour as well? Super duper red. I love it. Oh, I have got Candied Apple. I was talking to somebody about that. And I've got Festive Berries as well. So we've got Pine Needles, that could work. Carved Pumpkin could work. Not sure I want to go totally orange though. Okay, Uncharted Mariner. Peacock Feathers, which is one of my faves. Okay. Salvage Patina could work as well, but it's a little bit light, so I'll leave that one. So let's go with Evergreen Bough, maybe a little bit of Candied Apple, Cracked Pistachio. I'm going to start with Evergreen Bough, and our photo is going to go about here. So let me just mark that up. Damage the corner of that a bit. Okay, just so I know where the photo is roughly going to be, just so we don't waste time stenciling where you're not going to see. And Evergreen Bough is this gorgeous green. It's very similar to that. So I'm going to do this about here. I'm going to come in like this. And I want to go out at different angles, so I'm not going to like stencil right to the edges because I don't want a square finish to it. So something like that. Our photo will then go there. Love that. What we could do is actually, where is Uncharted Mariner? Which I think is one of my favourite colours ever. So I love blue. Carved Pumpkin is a fave as well though. what we might do is just use where she got on there, Dusty Attic. I do have an Uncharted Mariner that I've not washed yet, so let's use that. And I'm just going to add a little bit of detail on top of this one. Not much, just a little bit here. Just to give it that little bit of extra detail. I love that. So quite rough and ready. There we go. Love that. And then put the lid on, otherwise I'll get it everywhere. I think we will use this Obed Marshall at the top for this sort of grid element here. So you can see our photo is going to go there. Look at that. Love it. Stenciling can just give you a totally different vibe, and it's really easy to do. So I'm just going to come in again quite roughly, like so. Now I don't think I want to bring in the star stencil, so let me grab Uncharted Mariner and use this again. But I think we'll use a bit of a different part. So let's go here. Look at that. Amazing. Go by there, and then I'll add a little bit just up here. So the stenciling is definitely the star of the show today. Pop those there, and I will wash them in a moment. There we go. I need to find, or rather I need to buy a new storage thing for my Distress Octaves. I'm thinking I'm going to store them like this. That is the way that the Ranger / Tim Holt storage tins store them. So I'm guessing it should be okay. So I think I'm going to do that and then have them in a box so I can pull them out easy, because at the minute it's a right kerfuffle. Which means I just don't do it because I'm lazy. Okay, so now I'm going to look at sprays. So here is my drawer with sprays in. So let's see if we've got some that will work. We've got Mint Green Colour Shine from Heidi. We've got, it's a bit too, Mermaid Lagoon. We've got Marine actually from Dina Wakeley, so let's use that as well. I need to buy the Distress Stain spray for Uncharted Mariner. That is what I'm missing, I think. So I'm just going to add splatters on top. Let's start with Heidi Swap Colour Shine in Mint Green. These are old. I got them like second hand as a bundle a while ago, and they were old before then. Because of course Heidi doesn't do the colour shine anymore, or she doesn't do some of the colours anyway, which is sad. But I am now loving shimmers and Dina Wakeley gloss spray. So if you're looking for an alternative, I can recommend them both. Even for somebody that doesn't really do mixed media, I love them. Now you can see when I am splatting there, it's come onto the paper a bit here. I love that. Sort of makes it a bit cohesive. And then we're coming in with Marine. So don't forget to check out what Kathy has been up to this week for Scrap Backwards. Don't forget to check out the 30 Days of Sketches playlist, which you will find linked in the description box down below, along with Kathy's channel and the Scrap Backwards Facebook group. And excitingly, we now have some guest designers for Scrap Backwards. So we're not far from having 1,000 members. October marks a year since we started, so that is just amazing. It's not exactly what Kathy and I thought or had in mind, but people wanted to play along, so here we are a year later. I haven't been the best collaborator with Kathy lately, but we are definitely getting there. We've got some big plans as well to take it forward. One of those is guest designers. So this month we have the lovely Heather Hickson-Bucheri, and next month we have Kelly Maskery, which is so exciting. So don't forget to check out that. I am going to leave this to dry. You can see when I put the photo on how amazing that's going to look, and you can see why I don't need many embellishments because I don't want to cover up all of that. So I'm going to leave that to dry. I am going to pull out a couple of Flair from the Flair Hut. We're still dotty about Flair. These are from the upcoming November/October/September release, which is coming on Friday the 4th of November. And these are actually Halloween Flair, but I think they will work very nicely. So I've pulled those three out. And I also have this one, which isn't, no, that colour does not work. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there, let this dry, and I will be right back with you guys. So I've gone ahead into my Scrap Backwards kit and pulled out a load of scraps, basically. When I say scraps, they are like 6x4 or bigger. I've tried to use some of them. I've got some of these which are from No Limits, which are the ones that I showed you before. I've actually torn this one so I get two little pops of colour there. I have used the card from No Limits, and then a lot of this is cut aparts from Echo Park. There is some Bella Boulevard somewhere. And all I've done is messy matted my photo, which is something I absolutely love to do. And just, if you want to give it a try, you're not really sure, just start with one. So I've started with a light colour, because it's quite a dark photo. And just keep adding them, put them in one key, add a little bit here and a little bit there. Like, I love the fact that this blue is showing there, but then not in the corner, and it peeks out here. The same up here, we've got this colourful one here. So yeah, that's what I've done, and we're going to get that stuck down. So it is quite chunky, quite heavy, so I'm going to put quite a bit of tape just to make sure it sticks. You could use wet glue as well, I suppose. And I'm going to add this in about here. I think about there. So it's all on the wonk. And just look at that mixed media. It's all shiny with the gloss spray. Look at that. I absolutely love it. Love how that's come out. It's a bit different to the sketch. Nikki's sketch is very concentrated to this area, whereas I've extended it. Not quite all of it, but I've definitely extended it. So our title is supposed to go here. As I said, I pulled these out of the ephemera pack. So we've got, what have we got? Love You, You're So Good. So what I thought is we could put our title here. So we've got You're So Good. Or we could have Love You, because I definitely love these guys. Or we could have two titles, so I'm not really sure. I guess we could have like a mega title going on here. Should we do that? Let's do that. I love the way it looks with our mixed media going on there. So that works grand. I'm just going to use a tape roller and add some adhesive. Sorry, I need to remember to work above because the camera location has changed. And I think I'm going to tuck this under here. Maybe. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we've got your. So, excuse me. Your. So that really accentuates our photo cluster because we're extending our title right along the page, along with where our photo mats are. And I love the way that that looks. And it's come just over this strip here so that it really focuses your attention on that area. I love that. You're so good. And then what I think I might do is actually add a subtitle. So I've dived into my trusty Ellie's studio, super excited to confirm Ellie's Sunday will be back differently, but back on Sunday, the 6th of November. So watch out for that because I am so excited. I love Ellie's studio and I've kind of lost touch with it, so it's good to be getting back into it. So I've got the Jane Tile alphabet stickers, my favourite alpha, love these so much. I also have the stamp, and this month they have released a die as well, which is so fun. So I need to pick that up because it will make it so easy to create your own tile alphas in whatever colour you like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is have a subtitle. Now, just to make sure that I spell it right, I'm going to add it here. So, you're so good and we broke out is going to be the subtitle, and I'm going to follow that pattern, so we're going to extend it right across. However, I am going to start it here because I don't want black on black there. And I am starting at the end of the words, obviously, just to make sure that I can fit it all in and it looks okay. So I am just going to do that. I shall go and stick all those down because you don't need to see me do that, and we'll be right back. So there is the title complete. You're so good and we broke out. Not sure if it makes sense completely, but I'm sticking with it. And I've also added in some journaling, celebrating Tom's 50th with an escape room, and we broke out 13 minutes left, which is marvellous. I am actually going to add the date as well. So it was October the 19th. Just move that. So let me check I've got that right. 19/10/22. I'm going to make a real effort to make sure that I do add the date because I don't do that much, and I think it's important to. When I'm old and grey and wrinkly, I will not remember what date this was, so it's important to add it, and I'm going to make an effort to do so. So let's have a look what other ephemera I've pulled out. I do also have, of course, stickers from my kit. Now, you can see this is completely empty, and we don't have much on here at all. We do have one more wordy, so let's see if we can add that right here, right now, which I think does work with this layout. And I'm going to add that there. And add in a little flare from the Flare Hut. That's going to go there. Flare, just add a certain something to a layout. I am a huge fan, obviously, as one would expect. Okay, and I'm going to add a little star on top of the stars, just to bring in another colour there. Bring in some of this orange and red. You're the best I pulled out, but I don't think I need that given what our title is. But I do have some stars here, and stars are very prominent on Nikki's sketch here. So I do want to add some of them. I've got this one which I have cut with the intention of tucking it behind. So let me grab the tape roller. Just going to add a little bit of adhesive to the corners and then see if we can tuck this in. I may well have done the layout differently to when I was playing about with this. Okay, so we've got that there. So it's kind of like tucked in a bit. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. And then we'll add in some of these stars. I love stars. I think you can use stars on anything. They just work, don't they? So I'm just going to add a few of these along here. And let's add a couple down here as well. There we go. Don't like that one like that. How about like so? Something like that. Now I also have, adhesive avalanche. I also have this rocket which has absolutely nothing to do with our photo. I don't think I'll ever have a layout that specifically calls for a rocket. So I am going to use it because out of this world, amazing, wow, yay, that kind of thing, I think we can get away with. And I also have this, which is Total Legend on a little, I don't know what you call it, like a little journaling label. So I am going to add a couple of foam pads and stick this up on foam. There we go. So have you guys finished 30 Days of Sketches? Did you enjoy it? What was your favourite? Did you struggle with any? I know I did. Well, I've not finished, but... Okay, so that's going to go about here. Love that. You will, of course, see that I've kind of left the sketch behind, but I'm sure, or I hope, you can see that I was certainly inspired by Nikki's fabulous sketch. So... there we go, and it really got me going with scrapping backwards once again, because what I basically did, and I know I didn't do that on the camera with you guys, I am sorry, but I sort of played around with the layout and what products I wanted to use, and then went hunting for the photo, and it was like a eureka moment, because this photo is perfect for no limits, in my opinion. I've added another flare up there, and that'll probably do it for the flare. I am going to look through these stickers. So let's see if we can make any of this work. We do have a couple of geotags, which I think you can use on almost anything. That keeps coming off there. So I'm going to use one up there. I need some sort of phrase for down there. Let's see if any of this works. You can do it, that works. You can do it. So we're just adding in just a couple of elements. I don't feel like I need to add much to this. It's already busy, and more is more, which I love. Love, 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 love. So we could add another phrase. I don't feel like I need it though. I'm not sure what's happening. Adventure awaits. No, it's a little bit too long. Never give up. Never gonna give you up. I'm gonna pop that there, like so, and then I think, I'll come to my box of enamel dots, and let's see if we can't add a couple of these to it. So I don't think I have enamel dots from No Limits. I've got Legendary and Super Cool, but they're not going very well. Let's see, what's this? No. So I've just got a wide variety of enamel dots in here. So many different ones. These will work. These are Going Places from Simple Stories. And I'm going to do what I always do with enamel dots and have them in a very messy 3. So we've got 3 there. Let's have 3 up here. And let's have 3 down here as well. And I've used a different big colour on each of them. There we go. I'm trying to make a real effort to use things like the enamel dots. I've got so much around me now, so it's a case of just pulling it out and using the stuff. And that's going to do it, guys. That is going to do it for this week's Scrap Backwards and beginning the catch-up of 30 days of sketches with Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Thank you to Christy for this series. Thank you to Nikki Rowland for today's sketch. Here is my attempt. I hope you like it. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you for your patience whilst I get back to it. Hopefully I haven't rambled on too much, but I've thoroughly enjoyed spending time with you, and I'm so happy to be scrapping again, and I love that mixed media. I will see you again for day 19 of 30 days of sketches as we continue to catch up, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your support. If you would be so kind as to like, comment, maybe subscribe, I would absolutely appreciate it so much. Thank you. It's costs nothing to subscribe, but it means an awful lot. So thank you. I will see you very soon for another video. Take care and happy scrapping.